Hey all, Chaos, we're off to you, and today we're checking out our last Best of Reddit updates, but before we talk about it, I am actually going to be talking a little bit about Chaos Photograph. If you want to skip this, you can 100% do it. It'll be like time-stamped. I don't exactly know when exactly it'll be, but it'll be time-stamped, so you can skip it. Essentially, Chaos Photograph is going to be back. I'm going to try to weekly upload, not daily upload. I can't daily upload anymore. It's kind of hard for me to daily upload, but essentially, I'm going to be trying to make more Reddit content, and I'm going to be trying to cover some of the subs I like that I don't think get covered as much by a lot of the Reddit channels. Like, Best of Reddit Updates is only covered by one channel. I'm going to try to cover more channel, like, subreddits that aren't as, like, commonly, covered, or subreddits I find interesting, but, that's essentially it. So, we're going to be going into, the first post today, which is probably going to be only one or two, because they're relatively long posts. I'm also trying to use this to, practice trying to stop speaking with a fucking lisp, even though I don't think I'm ever going to stop speaking with a lisp. Yeah, I have a lisp. Oh well, let's start out with it. So the original post was released on June 6th of this year, if you're watching this 2024, by user Radiant Elephant 5866, who posted in Am I the Asshole? So I'm going to also be covering if he's an asshole or not, if I think he's an asshole, I don't know. I, 28-year-old female, dated Jim, a 29-year-old male, fake name, when I was 24. We have separated when I was 25, and I still haven't talked to him much after that. But I still sometimes speak to his parents, especially his mom, who I've recently introduced to my family-in-law, I think, too, as they both love gardening. Now, I have been running a small book club for my uni days. For my uni, I'm being so fucking stupid today. With just a couple of lovely women. And we want to gather in a small home library and talk about books and witchy or historical fiction. We also want to talk about gardening and old folk tales and all that crap. It's a fulfilling happy Jim's mom. Let's go. Amy asked me last month if she could join my book club, as my family-in-law, I think, had mentioned it to her when they were chatting in the nursery. I mean, at the nursery. Oh, no, fuck it. I'm an alpha. I'm just gonna read it how I want to read it. She thought it sounded great, and I said yes. Didn't think Jim would mind. Also, it wasn't his business. Amy then joined one session and gussed about to her husband, who mentioned it to Jim. Now the problem is started there. I literally learned that Jim's parents are not fond of his fiancée, Beatrix, 30F. Jim's dad thinks Beatrix has nothing in common with their family. The three of them are huge readers and thinks Beatrix is shallow, as he works with makeup and clothes. She's a beauty buyer. Oh, a boutique buyer. I don't know, I'm being so stupid today. The main reason I interacted less with Jim and his parents following our breakup is that Jim dumped me for Beatrix, and even though I am married and they are somewhat friends with my family-in-law, Jim's parents think Beatrix is not right for their intellectual son. Apparently, after some family dinner, Jim's parents kept on speaking of a Beatrix and mentioning how well I've been doing. And Amy had been talking about what books the book club had me recommend, and I guess Jim's dad had made a comment on how he wished letting his mom in my club has only given his parents more ammo to hurt Beatrix. I apologize, as I knew none of this. I later asked Amy to not talk about anything book club related outside. I made up a lie about how he pretended to be a coven, and I can't discuss these things out in the outside world. Even though it felt awkward and childish, I thought it'd be it. Except Beatrix, I think it's Beatrix, I hope it's pronounced Beatrix, and one of her friends scathing posts on Facebook and Instagram, and even tagged my family-in-law in one of them, and how snobbish, mean, bookish women try to take other women's men because they can only read and act smart. Jim then again said that Jim's mom had started a huge fight over it, and she had taken back the jewelry and she had given it to Beatrix for the wedding. I was a bit sacked, as I really spoken to Jim after a breakup and only interacted with his parents when I ran into them. We live in a small town, but he sounded like and acted like I was the reason his family was going to go through a spat. My husband and my family-in-law saying that Beatrix was lucky that I didn't think of retaliating and that I was not in the wrong. But I'm starting to feel a little guilty, and I think I need a second of pity. Am I the asshole? Edit. Many people asking, so Jim did sort of cheat on me with Beatrix. He admitted to having a emotional affair with Beatrix and dumped me later. I heard his parents did not take it well, so I'm gonna give not the asshole. It means not only her fault, it means he's just making a book club. It's not really much. Kind of lame. Nothing. Okay, I don't want to blame. I don't think she's not the asshole. She's just not the asshole. I don't really have much to say. Not the asshole. We'll see the update, which was posted the very next day. And I gotta get ready for this. Gotta get a big, deep breath. And I don't have a drink. Oh well. Well, not much has happened, but I thought I'd give an update. Firstly, to all the people telling me why I'd let my ex's mom to the book club. Well, it's been 3 years. I hardly spoke to him, and I have no feelings about him or his life. He seemed like to feel the same way after the breakup. Plus, it's a small town. His parents were also very nice to me, and because they share like the same habits as my family-in-law, I've interacted with sometimes. I mean, I don't know, bookstores and all that crap, nurseries and the restaurant my family-in-law runs. I honestly didn't think Amy just asked me to be in my club once or twice a month wouldn't make things awkward. As I mean, we wouldn't be interacting outside the bookstore, but becoming friends. And so my husband, well, he's mad about how Jim's parents have used me as a club to dump his and his fiancée. Because, I mean, but he's madder and how Beatrix took a dig at me once he didn't even know the situation. I later apologized to my family-in-law for dragging him into this, and he said that he decided to end his friendship with Amy. I also decided to ask her to leave my book club as well. At this time, it was not worth the drama she was bringing into my life. I called Jim and told him blaming me for his family's behavior was not acceptable, and I would communicate with him further about this. I have been more than gracious, and honestly, some of the comments were right to ask me why I was still taking his calls. I guess I need to wake up and stop being polite to my ex and his family. Jim surprisingly apologized for blaming me, and the phone to Beatrix, and, handed the phone to Beatrix. I'm being so fucking stupid, I don't know why. So he surprised me more as he started apologizing for the post, and he admitted that it was uncomfortable. Also, I got my husband on the board and asked why she was taking digs at me when she didn't even know me. Beatrix didn't reply to that, and Jim took over the phone, apologized to both of us, and I had called the call and blocked him. I also wanted to get over this in one setting, so I called Amy and I told her that it might be the best interest to come into my book club, as it was causing problems in her family. Oh, not to come into the book club. I don't know, I'm being so stupid. I'm not reading it properly. It's like 9. Sorry, the Asian in me cannot bring herself to be rude to elders no matter what. Amy took it in stride and admitted that dragging me into this was not acceptable. She said it would miss my friendship, but she understood she didn't want to be dragged into family affairs. Then she told me to start to rant about how shallow her son's choice of a woman was and whatnot, and tried to explain that the situation that happened. But I was done with it. So I excused myself and cut the call. My family-in-law told me that Beatrix had taken down the post, but he was also pissed. Wait, Beatrix is a man or a woman? I think it's a woman. I don't know. I mean, she's a woman. We're being so stupid today. I don't know though. I'm kind of confused. To be fair, I'm also like kind of tired, so I don't know if I'm actually reading it properly. Sorry about the absolute fucking shit commentary. I was sounding other people in Facebook. Let's say it was a tiring evening. I guess it would be for a lot of little gathered about Amy's rants. Beatrix was insecure as she got together most people in the gym circle thought of her as an affair partner and did not respect her. Plus, she was always self-conscious that Jim was well known and read than her. I guess Amy mentioning me triggered some insecurity about her. But again, how is that my fault? I didn't know her drama, and I didn't know her now. I'm very happily married. I haven't really thought about this and then immediately while this down. Hopefully this is the end of it, so I won't be updating anymore. I'm not the original poster. Please do not comment. I'm like posting crap like this. Alright, so, oh, wait, it's fake? You know what, fuck it, it's fake, I don't care. This post has been confirmed fake because a month ago, OP recently dumped her boyfriend and now she's married. God damn it. Dang it, oh well, fuck, well, bye guys.